what I'm going to call the Frank Sinatra ending, for lack of a better term. Any term would be a better term. Anyway, the first thing you're going to play is just every other note starting on D. So you go to a group of 2 black notes, and you play that one and then every other one. Then you're going to take these bottom 2 notes up here to the notes that are called D sharp and F sharp. And then you take these same 2 notes and bring them up one more time to an E and a G, only you get rid of the A there. And so now we're left with that. So we have that, and then that, and then that. And at the end, I just threw in a G flat, G, C, only with 2 hands. One more option is just to take this note right here, whatever the second one up is, and drop it down here like this. Anyway, good luck, have fun.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I am feeling so small. It was over my head. I know nothing at all. And I will stumble and fall. I'm still learning to love, just starting to crawl. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Sorry that I couldn't get to you. And anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And swallow my pride. You're the one that I love, and I'm saying goodbye. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I'm sorry that I something. Say something.
And now, your 60-second piano lesson.
So today's lick is from Duke Ellington, and it's the key of C. It just goes C down to E, F, F sharp, G, and then just walk straight up from G, A, B, C. Then you can double that up in the left hand too, so just playing the same exact notes. C, E, F, F sharp, G, A, B, C. And then at the Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go for the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go for the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Kloppel Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a Question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Wandering free, wish I could be part of your world. Hey, welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and this mustache is going to drive me insane. But I love the beard. It's so fluffy. And this guy right here is Electric Elisha. He is electric. Actually, that's kind of perfect because you're supposed to be a jellyfish today, too, which is also kind of electric. And his personality is also electric. He's going to be learning the song right along. Ah! That mustache with you. For the first time. You've never played the song before, is that correct? You have or you have not?
I have not.
You have not played the song before, but we've been enjoying singing this song a lot together. So we also have our moderator, Kendra.
guess what?
What?
So, as you know,
Yes.
I got to be on TV. You got to be on
Yes,
TV.
yes, uh-huh.
Good day,
Yes.
Sacramento.
Yes.
Really exciting.
That's pretty cool.
So,
Yeah, that was a lot
I
of
got to
fun.
miss
Yeah.
most of math class.
Yeah.
Good.
The important part of being
The
on
important
TV.
part,
Missing
yes.
school. Fantastic. Well, we
We have a weekly activity.
Okay, tell us what it
Cool.
is.
Yeah, so this week is the bass clef dice, and you just cut out the dice and tape them together so you can test yourself on the bass clef. And tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin Clopple.
Fantastic. Sounds like fun. Cool. Hey, Clapple, how's it going? I know, we need to move along. You need to get lost, take off, go to the other room, practice your song. You all need to have your PDF open, and I need to find a way to breathe without sucking this mustache into my mouth. So we're going to, here we go. We need the screen up there. That should give it to you. This song, oh my goodness. This song.
Did something happen?
Uh-oh. There we go.
Okay, cool.
No, we're good. Okay, so then this song is really, really, really super long. My recommendation is if you like just doing part of the song when we have really long songs, that you skip on to the next page and you just do this part. Up where they walk, up where they run, because that's the part that's like the most fun to sing. But let's actually learn that part first, and we'll go back and do page one. Page one is kind of cool because it's just going to be this orange part. Right here, these 3 lines get repeated down here with different words. So it's not quite as long as it seems, but it's still pretty long. And you guys know how Clopple is. He wants to jump in every time we do more than just a couple notes. So here we go. I know, buddy. I know. I'm going to try. So the first thing we need to do is find a B. In order to find a B, you're going to take any group of 3 black notes, like those right there, or those right there. You take the top note, and you just drag it up one. You'll always land on a B. And I'm going to be using this B right here. So I'm going to say up where they walk. So that's the first part, is just find that B and then just walk up, just like the words say. Now we're going to go back and do the exact same thing again, except instead of starting on a B, we're going to start on the second note that we played, a C. And that would be up where they, and then we're not going to move up past the E, so we're just going to repeat that E. We got 2 E's in a row there. So if we start on the B, we'd go up where they walk, go back and do it again, but this time start on C, up where they run, and then do that same thing again, that C, D, E, up where they, skip over this note just temporarily. We're gonna go all the way up to this G. We're now over here for a stay. Then we go back to that note that we skipped over and we play it twice. All day. One more time, we're gonna do that same E, G, F, F thing. E, G, F, F. This is probably the hardest part of the song right now because we gotta do a lot of jumping. We're gonna go F, E, skip down to a C, skip way down to a G. So from an E to a C, we're skipping over 1 note. And then from a C to a G, we're skipping over 2 notes. So from there down to there. So wandering free. Do the exact same thing for wish I could be, wish I could be. And then the last 4 notes, if you learn nothing else, at least learn these 4 notes. It's going to be a G, skip up to a C, that's skipping over 2 notes, 1 note down to that B that we found a little while ago, and back up to C. So part of that world. So that is the whole second half of the song. Maybe that's all you want to work on and you just want to wait for us to get there. But let me teach you these 2 parts really quick in case you want to do the whole thing and you've got plenty of time to practice it coming up. So this is going to start on a C. In order to find a C, you can either do what we did before, which is use a group of 3 to find a B and then just go over one. That would land you on a C. Or a lot of people learn the C first. So you just find a group of 2, drag the bottom note down, and you'll land on a C that way. So we could play 4 C's in a row. I want to be. You're going to walk 1 note over, 1 note over, and then skip way, 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 way down, all the way down to this one. So that's skipping over 4 notes in the middle. Yikes. I want to be where the, and then a ton of G's. People are. I want to see. And then we're going to go up 1 note for want to is a C. And then we're going to go back and play the G, A, C again right there. See them dance. if we go one note over, we're pretty much done with this thing because, really? All right. We're only going to get to play this one time through with the track when we finish this off. But that's all right. We'll have the upper levels to practice on this again. Then walking around on those, what do you call them? Feet. That's pretty much the first line right there. Walking around on those, what do you call them? Feet is pretty much the same thing as I want to be where the people are, want to, and then we have a D at the end of it. So kind of like the first line. Then, like I said, the words change, but this blue section right down here is the exact same thing. In fact, when on this first and last time that we play this through on level 1, I'm just going to play the first part twice. I'm going to say the words for the first part so you can see how we just loop it around twice. In the upper levels, I'll actually say the different words too, the way that it's supposed to go. But you can just play the first part twice. And then if you want to just wait, we'll get to your section here. Up where they walk, we'll see how that goes. Good luck to all of us. You can just watch me play this one first time through or get ready on that C. Here we go. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those. What do you call them? Feet. And then we're just going to play all that again. Same thing. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those. What do you call them? Feet. And then we're going to go to the last part. Here we go. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. Woo! Okay, tons and tons of notes there, but this is a really fun song to play, which actually leads us to our feature of the day. And this week it's going to be a question we want you to reply with actually as many answers as you want. The question for this week is, what song that we've never done before is the song that you wish that we could do? So what song do you want to see us do? And we will try to fit in as many of those as possible, as soon as possible. As you can tell from the schedule, we already have a ton planned, but we can move those around if we have other favorites. So let us know what song it is that you're wanting to do that we haven't done yet. It's time to level up. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out, and if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us. All right, let's level up.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
Okay, so the good news here is we're going to play the exact same notes. We're not going to change a single thing. We just have to take a look at this because it is now on the lines and spaces called the treble clef. So we have things like this right here, which is called a tie. That means that these two notes get tied together as one big fat note. So you're just going to play a single C there. You're not actually going to play this one. You're going to play the first one and just hold it out. So everywhere you see one of those swoopy lines, like right there, or right there, or right there, that's because this song is called syncopated. That means that there's a lot of really crazy rhythms. Usually when you have a lot of those ties, it means you got a lot of crazy rhythms because your song is syncopated. So we have these right here too. These squiggly lines are just rests, which if you're in Clopple Academy level 1, I believe you are already taking a look at those quarter rests. You've already seen those before. We have another swoopy line right here, one of those ties. And, oh, we've got these things. Of course, we got a ton of these things, which don't actually show up that often. But because this is an extremely syncopated song, we've got this. This means that if we added these up, if you're in Clapple Academy level 2, I believe you have to do stuff like this, where we go, all right, we're supposed to have 4 beats in each measure. This note right here would get 2 beats because it's hollow. It's not all filled in. So that would be 1, 2. And then each one of these is worth 1 beat because they're all quarter notes. So this would be beat 3, 4, and 5, but we're only supposed to have 4 beats in a measure. That's because of this 3 thing right here. This means take these 3 notes and cram them into the space of 2 beats. So they're actually, the whole thing right here is just 2 beats. This is beat 3 and 4, and you're supposed to evenly space those 3 notes into those 2 beats. So anywhere you see a 3 with a bracket like that, those are called triplets, and those are kind of tricky because you got to just cram 3 notes into the place of 2. Okay, I think that's all the talking that I have to do. Let's try playing through this thing again. If you're on level 1 and you're wanting to practice this, if you're just doing the second half, get ready on that B, and if you're starting from the beginning, get ready on that C. Here we go. Good luck to all of us. And a 1, 2, here we go. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them, feet. And then the words are different, but the notes are the same. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along on those. What's the word again? Street. Here are those triplets. Starting on B, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Triplet G, triplet G, triplet C. Okay, that is a whole ton of notes. Hopefully you are getting at least some small section of it. You are ending the note on a C, you've got that prepared, and you've either got the B ready if you're starting on this one right here, or you've got the C ready if you're starting at the beginning of the song. I'm going to start at the beginning of the song. Let's, oh, I've got a feeling Kendra wants to jump in. Yes, ma'am.
I thought, oh, guess what? I thought we should explain our costumes a little bit. I mean,
yes.
I'm pretty sure,
I don't
like,
know.
mine is probably obvious.
I know this is called a trident, and I'm very
right.
excited to have a
You're
trident.
King Triton.
Triton.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
this
think,
is called
is
a
that his
trident,
name?
though, right?
Is that his name?
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And I'm Ariel.
You're Ariel.
And
of course.
Electric Elisha is
Yes.
a squid or jellyfish or, yeah.
Yes. You found in the rarer scene, Little Mermaid 2. Is there a Little Mermaid 2?
I don't know.
There is now, and it's got Electric Elisha as the
Yes.
squid. Fantastic. All right, so let's go again from the top. I'm going to start on this C. Oh, what? That's Kendra's fault. I was ready to go again. Okay, here we go. Clapple, what are we going to do? I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Same exact notes, just different words. Triplets starting on B. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. Yeah, okay, that's a lot, but it's time for mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson, or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week's mailbag is from Diona F, who says, Dear Jamin, what does it mean to transpose a song? tell you what you're going to find out today, because it means that you're going to be playing the exact same song, but with entirely different notes. I know that sounds impossible, because you're supposed to play the right notes for a song, right? No! All of the notes have different relationships to each other, and as long as you keep all those relationships the same, you can move them around wherever you want on the piano. For example, if you wanted to, you could play Up Where They Walk, Up Where... That sounds like the song, but I could also play it up here. That still sounds like the song. Or I could play it down here. Here's where it gets really crazy. I could also play... That still sounds like the song. In fact, that's in the right key that Ariel sings in the movie. I'm playing entirely different notes, but because the relationships between the notes are the same, I kept all of those right, then the song still sounds like the song. So the song is really made up of the relationships between the notes and the little distances between the notes, and not the actual notes themselves. So when we get to level 5, we'll be transposing a lot. But for right now, let's level up.
Transitioning to level 3. This may be confusing to level 1 and 2 students. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level3 to understand how this level works.
Okay, we got a more than normal amount of left-hand notes this time through. We're going to start at an E. The good news is it pretty much just kind of like walks along. So even though there's a lot of notes, they're all pretty close to each other. You can either play this C, or if you prefer, you can play this C. I kind of like this C better, honestly, but this is the one that's written, and it goes down to this E. So C first and then E, and those are going to get lined up on I and P and I and C. So we'd play a C, then an E, and then an F, and then a G. So like I said, they're all kind of just lined up next to each other, and the first one would be this C right here, if you want to play it low, or you can play it high like it's written. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing. The next one is just one up as well. Walking around, that goes with walk. On those, this one is kind of a break. In fact, this whole section is kind of weird because she just says the words. She doesn't actually sing any notes there. She goes, what do you call them? Like, what are the notes for? What do you call them? What do you call them? What do you call them? Like, there's aren't real notes there. So, and her rhythms are all funky too. So what's written here is like notes that you could play, but honestly, once you get to level 3 or 4, it sounds way better if you're singing along, if you don't play any notes there and you just play the left hand and you go, what do you call them? Feet. And the feet you can actually play. Feet. So, walking around on those. What do you call them? Feet. That's more like what she actually does. So if I were you, I wouldn't even actually play those if you're singing along. Just leave those ones out. But we got an E to a D to a G. And then, of course, just as we had with our right hand, the left hand's going to repeat that entire section for the next one. So I'm not going to go through that because we all know how Kloppel gets when I take too much time. This is the fun part right here. Yeah, oh, we love you, buddy. You're just really super impatient. It's not an insult. C to B flat to A flat to G. That's my favorite part of this song. And there are tons of songs that also do this. From C, B flat, A flat, G. We stay on a G right here before we go back up to a C, or if you prefer, like I do, you go down to a C, but that's way too low for some people. They just don't like the sound of it. Let's try the left hand only, along with level 1 and 2 people playing the right hand. Let's go. And a 2, 3, 4. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those. What do you call them? Feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling around on those. What's that word again? Street. Up where they, here we go, walk. Up where they run. Up where they stay all day. The sun. Want you're the kind of person who likes to play all of this the right way, and you don't like to mess with any of the notes, that's fine. But if you're like me and you like to mess with this stuff, and you're already taking these C's down an octave, buddy, I'm trying. Real quick here, then you'll also want to play this G down low. You'll play one G up here, and then one G down there. Yes, and then we'll go to that C, and then also these guys, man, I can barely help myself to just not play a whole ton of those. Where they were. I just really want a whole lot of those. So instead of playing like it's written, I want to play a whole ton of them. So I'm probably gonna do that this time around. I'll play both hands together at the same time. If you're on level 1 or 2, just play your version along with us. Here we go, and then we'll be checking in with Electric Elisha. Here we go, and with the see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them, feet, flipping your fins, you don't get too far, legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along on those, what's the word against strange? Here we go. Up where they walk, up where they stay, wish I could. Whew, that is a ton of notes, but looks like Electric Elisha is ready. Come on over, sir. This is the perfect costume for you. Every other time you've come over here, we've had some of the costume, but now you finally have the electric costume. Do you have the first note of the song?
Yep.
What is it? Oh, perfect. Here we go. Good luck. You can either play along with him or just see how many notes he has. Ready? And I want to be where the people. Yes. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them, feet. Yes, wonderful, great job. And flipping your fins, you don't. Wow, you've got a lot of this down. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, yes. Yes, that is the toughest part there at the end. It's really, really difficult to get all those ones in. But dude, you've got so many of these notes down. That's great. You know what it's time for? It's time for your line.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Jamin, founder of Kids Learn Piano Live.
And I'm Kendra. Oh, hey, Clockle.
.com. And we're excited to introduce to you
Little Maestro's Music Club, the first ever music lessons in a box monthly subscription kit.
Each kit includes everything you need to master that month's featured song.
And a costume to match.
You'll receive printed music at your level, a downloadable play-along track, and a full video tutorial for the song.
Log into our learning community each week during live lessons for your chance to win prizes and show what you know. I'm the moderator for the chat room.
Plus, we have tons of bonus materials and hundreds of lessons already available in the archives. Now, we know that traditional lessons can be crazy expensive.
And finding a good online option has been impossible.
But when your child subscribes to Little Maestro's Music Club, they'll have full access to the amazing resources we've already been providing for years.
Plus, the kids' favorite part is receiving these boxes in the mail each month loaded with materials to keep them practicing, engaged, and excited about music.
It's music lessons
in a box.
All right, everybody, let's level up.
Transitioning to level 4. This may be unsettling to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level4 for an in-depth explanation on how to conquer this level.
Okay, here we go. On level 4, this is where things usually get pretty crazy, and this song is no exception, mostly because of how much it moves around. What I'm actually asking you to do in your left hand is not that insane, but you have to do it so many times. It's going to be, usually we do this like 1 and 5 things. So we have this 1 and 5, right? And so we call those perfect fifths when we go from that note to that note on a C chord, for example. And that C, by the way, this whole thing right here is called a C chord because it's got that C up there. And so during the C chord, you're allowed to play any C's or E's or G's because that's what's listed on the next page under the C chord. But of course, if you go to learnpianolive.com/level4, I'll go over all of that much, much more slowly. Clapple is not at learnpianolive.com/level4, so I'll go as slowly as you need for that part. So we're gonna go. I know, but I had to explain it all in great detail, so I couldn't invite you. I'm sorry, buddy. So we're going from a C to a G, and normally we just like play them together or something like that. But for this song, it's really pretty and it's like all drawn out and dreamy and stuff. And so I decided to put another C on the top. So that's all that's going on right there. If you've been with us for a while, you've already done perfect fifths on level 4. And so now we're just going to do perfect fifths, but throw in the bottom note once again on the top. I recommend that on every single one of these, you play pinky, then pointer, then thumb. Every one of them, pinky, pointer, thumb. Even if you can't reach it. I know you're going, what? I can't hit the C and the C both at the same time. That's perfectly fine. If you use your pinky and your pointer and then your thumb, you'll be able to pivot to all of those and play all of those notes. So that'll take some practice, but that's basically what's going on for the whole entire song. You just have to switch chords. So that's the C, that's the E, that's the F, and that's the G, and here, this is the track. 2, and a 1, 2, here we go. Finally, at the end there, we have the normal perfect fifths for your last note. Man, I forgot about that part. That part that walks down is super tricky. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they play all day in the sun. Man, that might take some practice even for me. Wandering free, wish I could be part of their world. And at the end, you have that. And of course, you can put in any chord tones in the right hand that you want. Okay, fine. Here we go. This will be our last time through. Okay. That's, I guess, all the practice time I get. Good luck, whatever level you're on. Do your best. Pick up all the notes you can. Don't worry about the rest. You got time to practice. I'm going to try and throw in some chord tones in the right hand this time as well. So something like this. Part. That is a lot of information and a lot of notes, but still, there's more secret information. All right, I've got the secret information right here. This hat with these glasses with this beard, I'm totally digging the beard. Wow, I need this for every week. That's awesome. Okay, so our secret information for this week. Yes. Okay, so Clapple wants me to point out here that there is this thing called sequencing that happens a lot of times in songs where you have to like play a phrase, but then you play the exact same phrase just slightly moved over. So with like stuff like this, where you're playing this exact same line, but you're just moving it over by one note, that's called sequencing. Okay, what else do we have here in our secret information? Oh, yes, this is actually very, very helpful, and not very many people know it. And that is that whenever you have a song that has spoken words, like the, what do you call them? And you just don't know what to play there. If you play the 1, the name of the key, the 1 of the key, or the 5 of the key, the 5th note, those will usually sound the best. If you have to play a note, but there is no note to play because the people who are doing the song are just saying the words, then you should play the 1. In this case, we're playing in the key of C, so we play the C or the G, and that's exactly what we did in the song here, is when we needed something here to fill in the space. What do you call them? We just played a bunch of G's. You could also get away with C's. 1s and 5s are the ones that sound the best when you have to play a note, but there is no note to play. Good point, Clapple. Oh, yes, okay, this last thing. This is actually my favorite. We've never, ever done this before in Kids Learn Piano Live, and it's kind of a secret, but anytime you have a 4 chord, like when you've got an F chord, where is that? Right here. We've got an F right there. Oftentimes what you can do is, if you're in the key of C, you've got an F, you can just play an F minor after it, and it sounds really super, super awesome. In fact, the whole entire song is really just kind of based around this F minor right here. Oh, they can't see that. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, is there any way that you can go to tablet for me? Yeah.
Transitioning to level 5. This may be terrifying to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level5 for training on how to survive this level.
No, Clapple, we're not ready for level 5 yet. Hang on, we'll be in level 5 in just a second. First, let's finish off the secret information. So, this F minor right here, this is kind of the whole entire song. So even though there's all these other really pretty chords, when we get to that one and we play that F minor right there, that's the beauty of the whole entire song right there. So if we throw in other F minors in other places, you know, if you got some song that goes from a C chord to an F chord to a G to an F, and then after that F you play a pretty little F minor. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. And then we're back to the C. So whenever you have an F in the key of C, try an F minor right after the F, and people are going to love it. Okay. Now it's time to level up, but we already have leveled up. So, yes, let's try this thing on level 5. Actually, this is that's usually where I change my costume. But I guess today, my eyeballs, I can see, and now I'm a crown. Okay, cool. So back to level 5. We've got all of these letters are going to get turned into numbers. We will be checking in with Elisha in just a minute, but first let me show you this. This one right here was known as a C, but now we're going to call this a number 1. So a number 1 is going to, the whole key of C is going to look a little something like this. Once we switch these all to numbers, then it's going to look like this. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And that's kind of the basis for all of level 5 is instead of playing C, 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 D, E, G, 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 now we're going to just rename them 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5. And that's because we want to transpose, as we talked about in level 3, this to the key of F, where instead of C being number 1, F is number 1, and the whole entire key looks a little something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And now if we play the exact same numbers, but we play it in the key of F using this pattern, then we would actually be able to play along with the movie. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 1, 2. And then we'd be able to play the left-hand parts for all of that, and they would all sound just like the movie. But since everyone else has been practicing really hard on level 1, let's go back to, in the key of C. Let's go back to the key of C, where C is number 1. And I'm going to try to call out all of these numbers and also play the left-hand numbers as well. And then we'll be checking in with Electric Elisha because he's ready to roll. Here we go with the track. You can hear him in the background. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, Okay, cool. That minor 4, that's such a wonderful, beautiful thing. 4, minor 4, 1. All right, it is time to check in with Electric Elisha. Come on over, friend. Oh, we can see part of him. Come on up. So, you've got, you almost had the entire song last time. Yes? Yes, okay. So then now we're going to just, I guess, add in, the last part. That was the tricky part. Those notes right there. Go ahead and play those for me. F, E, C, C, G, F, E, C. It's super, super tricky. Yes. Here we go. We'll do it. Ready. On your mark. Get set. And a 2. And a 1, 2. Ready? Here we go. 1. Yes. I want to see them dancing, walking around. And then flip in your pins. Same exact notes. The words are different. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling on those. What's the word again? Street. Okay, last part. Here we go. Starting on B. Yes. Oh my goodness, he nailed it. I love it. High five. Nice work. All right. What do you say? Should we do the insanity level? I totally want to do the insanity level. Let's level up to the insanity level.
Now transitioning to the insanity level. Please proceed with caution. If you feel queasy, please sit upright and breathe deeply. Your life is in your own hands at this point. Good luck, young prodigy.
All right, so this one is perfect for Electric Elisha, and you at home, if you're feeling a little electric too. The only rule in this one is that you have to end on a C. Show me a C. Where's a C? Huh? Perfect. Cool. We have to end on a C because that's the right note to end on. It's going to be super, super, super fast. The rest of the time, just play white notes, and you should be fine. Let's try it with the insanity track. Here we go. You can play along. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Well, you don't get too far. Oh, here's the part. Up where they walk, up where they jump, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free, wishing. Here we go. Part of their world. Nice work. All right, cool. Finally, I guess that's the fastest track that we have. Let's find out who won the $10 gift card. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Let us know what prize you want if you were the prize winner. Our chat winner today was
Nicole H.
Nicole H. And the prize winner? Oh, my goodness. Okay, cool. Congratulations. Next week, of course, we have a brand new song. We'll see you then. Love you. Bye. Hey, great, you're still here, so you must want more. Well, I've got 4 things for you: archives, practice tips, points, and jokes. First of all, if you didn't like this week's song, I'm sorry, and you can always go to learnpianolive.com/next song and vote for what our next song should be. And right now you can go to the Kids Lesson Archives and just pick a different song and work on that this week. Now, you probably don't have the whole song down yet, so what you can do is, this helps a lot of people, just next time pretend that you're the in-studio student and that in level 3 and level 5 we're going to be checking in with you, and you've got to play at least some of the songs. I find that my students that come in and they're the in-studio students, they actually learn the songs way faster than they learn their regular songs I give them in their regular lessons. So if you just pretend that you're the in-studio student and that someone's going to be watching you, then that might help a lot. Also, you have the practice log that you can send in for extra points, and that can help you practice. And there's the daily challenge where you get extra points for logging your practice time there as well. Just click on daily challenge and it will play a video that doesn't have any sound really. You just practice, and then every now and then you'll hear a sound like this.
The number 7.
And then once you collect all of the letters and numbers, then you just put them in and you submit that, and you get points for doing that, and you get better because in between all those letters and numbers, you're practicing your song from the week. Of course, once you know the song, then definitely record yourself on your mom's cell phone or on your tablet or on whatever, and use the video submission button, and so you can send us your video that way and get points for that as well. You might even become the featured video for the week. All right, so let's move on to points. Here's the different ways you can get points. You can get up to 50 points just for participating in the chat in the live lesson. You get 300 points on top of that if you are the person in the chat room that week who makes the most helpful comments during the chat. That daily music challenge thing that I told you about, every day when you click on that and you submit the secret code, 150 points just for doing that. Every song comes with a practice log, and if you fill that out and have your parents sign it and you send that in, that's worth 300 points right there. Each week on Facebook and in the email that we send you, we give you a new weekly activity. It's just a fun little maze or puzzle or something to do. It doesn't really have much to do with music, but it does have something to do with that week's song, and it has something to do with getting you 150 points. Then if you click on survey at the end of the lesson and you fill that out and give us some feedback about the song, then we've given out up to 500 points before for great comments and feedback in the survey. Of course, submit your videos of you playing. Almost every video that gets submitted earns at least 200 points, even if it's not perfect. I guess work on it a little bit, but I'm just saying it doesn't have to be perfect. Here's another one. Every single month at learnpianolive.com/contest, we have a contest and usually give out at least 400 points, and oftentimes there are other gift cards and other prizes included in that contest. Okay, now we're getting into some big numbers. If you ever go to a concert that is classical music or it's classic jazz, which means like swing and bebop and stuff like that, you can ask your parents if it's a classic jazz concert. Then you get 500 points just by having your parents let us know what concert you attended. Now I keep asking you to send us your videos, and almost always you get points right up front for submitting those videos. Don't forget to put the legal disclaimer on your video. You have to say at the beginning, this is for use at kidlearnpianolive.com. But here's an additional way to pick up 750 points. If later on, a month down the road, a year down the road, 5 years down the road, if one of the videos that you submit to us ever gets 1,000 views, send us the link to your video. We will give you 750 points. Okay, but is there anything that I could do that's worth thousands of points? Yes, there is. If you're in Klopple Academy, every time you go from level 1 to level 2, or level 2 to level 3, every single time you level up, you get 3,000 points. And that's not even the biggest one. You get 5,000 points every single time someone signs up for kidslearnpianolive.com and they say that you are the one who sent it here. Okay, last thing before I say goodbye, for real. I told you that I would tell you my favorite joke, and here it is. A butcher backs up into his meat grinder and gets a little behind in his work. Gets a little behind in his work because he's a butcher. It's funny, trust me, it's awesome. If you didn't think it was funny, that's fine. But go to learnpianolive.com/jokes and you can see some of our students' favorite jokes and you can submit your own. I think that's finally it. I will see you in another live lesson. Love ya. Good luck. Have fun.